14 hours, 12 hours to get here. Welcome, glad you guys are here safe. And I know the cameras are running, we're filming this for grandparents today. So if you have your phones, put on vibrate or silence those if you don't mind. I'm Major Gano, I'll be your narrator today. And we have Lieutenant Colonel Sanders, Det 12 Commander, and he's going to give some opening remarks.
Once again, I'd like to welcome everybody to a special occasion today. Thanks for all the family and friends, especially thanks to Mom and Dad for everything that you've done and all the sacrifices that you've made and the things that you've done to model and mold him into the young man and young leader that he is today. It wasn't that long ago for me. I'm going to tell you, 21 years flew by really fast. And I remember sitting there and I was kind of nervous. So if you're a little nervous, that's okay, all right? But first and foremost, I want to tell you congratulations. I know there's been a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of commitment over the last 4+ years to get here today. And that's something that you should be very, very happy about and very grateful for. So congratulations. The second thing I'd like to say is thank you, all right, for any and all of us that have chosen to serve in any branch of the United States military. That's a commendable decision, an admirable decision. So I want to personally thank you for making that commitment to your country, because it's a very serious commitment. And that kind of brings me to my third point. Yes, today is a celebration. You're Pentagon, you're becoming officially a second lieutenant today, but now it's go time, all right? You're about to go get some training down at Pensacola Naval Air Station, and don't really know where you're going to go after that. I know you got some survival schools or whatever, but I can promise you one thing. Whatever platform that you're called to be a part, a CISO, navigator, whatever, you're going to be called to duty relatively quickly. If you look at the news today, I think we all look at the news today and see there's a lot of turmoil in the world. And the easy button, the button that in the political atmosphere that we're in right now, is air power. So we're going to be counting on young men like you, young second lieutenants, mark my word, to come in and make sure that air power, airlift is delivered on time and on target. So it's go time. The last thing I'd like to say is it's really simple. And you hear all the generals, you hear all the leadership talk about it, but you're going to have an outstanding career if you live by the Air Force core values. Integrity, service for self, and excellence in all you do. You will have a phenomenal career living by those core values. I've got a lot of people that I've worked with, a lot of people that I still call close friends today that made some poor decisions, and they didn't have a great career. If you just keep every decision that you make, everything that you do bound by those core values, then you will have a beautiful career. And we love every day in the United States Air Force. So, thank you. Well, congratulations. Thank you. Go time, Air Force core values. All right, buddy?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So, at this time, you come up here and join me. Everyone, please stand. Folks, the order.
Attention to orders. The President of the United States, acting upon the recommendation of the Secretary of the Air Force, has placed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, integrity, and abilities of Cadet Bunger. In view of his special qualities and his demonstrated potential to serve as an officer, he is promoted to the grade of Second Lieutenant, United States Air Force, effective 8 August 2016, by order of the Secretary of the Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. Cadet Bunger's father will now administer the oath of office.
First of all, I have to say real quick, probably people want to hear me say anything, but just wanted to say, I'm very proud of Devin for what he's done. He pretty much grew up in the Air Force, obviously. He knows what the family Air Force life is all about, and as Colonel Sanders says, for him, he's going to actually live what I lived, and let me tell you, it goes by very fast. I'm very proud that this is a very meaningful ceremony. This is something that started 240 years ago. The first commissioning oath was October 21st, 1776. If you know your history, that was just a few months after the Declaration of Independence. And it's interesting if you read that. They were calling themselves the United States. It starts with, I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States. How old was our Constitution? How old was it? So they were calling themselves the United States, no longer the colonies, and it didn't say against enemies, foreign and domestic. You know what it said? We will not bear allegiance to King George III of Great Britain. So so it's kind of interesting. It's changed. It changed a few years later into almost what it is today. So you're carrying on a true tradition of our American lifestyle. I did this 28 years ago. 28 years ago seems like 28 days ago. It goes fast because you are doing something great for this country. So with that, raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, Devin Andrew Bunger,
I, Devin Andrew Bunger,
do solemnly swear that I will support and defend
do solemnly swear that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States
that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States
and the orders of the officers appointed over me,
and the orders of the officers appointed over me,
according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice,
according to regulations and the Code of Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
There you go. Congratulations. This is the, this makes it official, the commissioning. Certificate. Everyone get pictures of that?
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it. Will the requested name, the Bunger ladies, please come forward for the pinning?
Smash it hard.
Yeah, just smash it down a little bit.
Oh, you two are too gentle. Turn it around, please. Turn it around. You gotta see that. Alex.
It's a good picture. He'll straighten it up later.
Close enough.
There'll be guys in his unit that do that over a couple times when he first gets there, so you better not leave that hat laying around. Go get him.
Oh, yes. All right.
Pictures?
I got one of you and then I'll get one of your mom and your parents.
What do you want to do? Anyone?
One of your family.
Yeah, of course.
Just add people.
No one be in there? You get one of them and then I'll take one of them.
What are you doing?
I got you. Ready? Alex's picture and all that. And we'll put it-
Are you?
Is it on film?
Oh, that's cute. More later.
Thank you, Bunger, ladies. Appreciate you. This time, Lieutenant Colonel Sanders will now issue to Lieutenant Bunger his Airman's Point of Detachment Colonel.
Officially becoming an airman in the United States Air Force.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. Right. And then this is something for you to take with you. Hopefully you put it on your nice small office space that you get one day. All right. And trust me, over the course of your career, you're going to have a bunch of stuff like me. I'm unpacking a bunch of boxes right now. They're all lined up in the garage. And my wife's like, you need to take them to your office now. Not hanging up right here.
Yes, sir.
So, congratulations again. And on behalf of all the attachments, I wish you all the best. All right?
Thank you, sir.
Oh, picture, sorry. Here, let's do this right.
Yeah, that's not right, yeah,
There we go.
There it is.
All right.
It's official.
Good job, man.
All right. Let him.
At this time, Lieutenant Colonel Bunger, retired, now has a special gift for Lieutenant Bunger.
As I mentioned, the military is all about tradition, culture. We got a proud tradition going all the way back to the beginning of this country, and I'd like to see that carry on. One tradition that didn't live on for too long is the Air Force or the officer's saber. But officers would have sabers. When you think Civil War, you think of General Custer had a saber on the horse. That was something all officers had. Well, I have one here. It's not a real saber, but it's a replica of a saber that was handed down to me from my uncle, who's a retired Chief Master Sergeant in the Air Force. I'm the Chief Master Sergeant, not of the Air Force. He was an Air Force Chief Master Sergeant, retired there for 30 years. He did duty on the kneecap, on the old looking glass. He did a lot of time up in the air as a crew chief up there. I learned a lot about the Air Force through him. He was stationed in Langley a lot, Pope Air Force Base, Bowling Air Force Base. So I got to see a lot of him. And he came to my commissioning and handed me this. So I wanted to hand this down to you as a tradition. I'll show you here. He had a note inside here, and I want to, as his note said here, it's kind of yellow now. It's 28 years. It says, Tony can't remember. Anything has made me feel so good. This is it. There's no stopping you now. The sky is the limit. All the best to you, Uncle Top. P.S. You've made Jody, your mom and dad, and me so very proud. I just wish Aunt Cookie were here with us to celebrate this happy event. I know she's watching from heaven and smiling on you now. Aunt Cookie was my aunt, my father's youngest, and she was the wife of Uncle Topper. Unfortunately, she died in her early 40s and couldn't make it, so that was the connection there. So with that, I'd like to turn this over to you. I have a card. It says mushy stuff, which you'll be glad that I'm not going to read. So here it is, 28 years later, and we'll have that to show Uncle Topper since he couldn't make it. All right, there you go.
Thank you, Dad.
All right. Oh, we should have done the handshake. There we go. Thanks.
Been wanting to swing those around my whole life.
Also a tradition is a long-standing tradition that newly commissioned officers buy their first salute from an enlisted member with a silver dollar. It is a way to show respect for those enlisted personnel who helped them achieve their commission status. However, every salute thereafter is earned through the officer's performance and through gaining the respect of their subordinates. Sergeant Tuna, please come forward for the first enlisted salute. Lieutenant Bunger, you have the floor.
All right. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Most of all, I appreciate the love and the support from my family and my friends. I couldn't have made it to this point without y'all. And like I said, I really appreciate y'all being here. I'd like to give a special thank you to my mom. Here you go, Mom. My main support system there. And to my wife, Lauren. always been there for me, every step of the way.
Oh, I got that.
Like I said, I couldn't do it without y'all. Thank you so much for being here.
Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony, and thank you all for coming again. It was just an honor to watch this, the tradition serve, and just your family. It's been a blessing being able to be a part of today's ceremony, and you guys enjoy your day. Thank you for your continued service.
Thank you, sir.